The last 3 years have been pretty incredible. We've had great teams, great runs, great players, really good people as well. You look back on it, and it's been built, three different ways if you look at it, with graduation, losing guys, replacing with some of the transfers we've had. I think, the other day, one of our guys told us we're 65 and 16 in the last 3 years. So, it's been a pretty incredible run. Last year we didn't lose a home game. We've had really good players that graduated, with losing Ian Elam, with Thorburn. Those guys have been part of a lot of wins and, have been here through all of it. But yeah, it's been, you think about it and it just flies by. The time flies by, but every day it seems like I look up and, there's another banner going up in the gym, and, back-to-back UA champs is, unheard of, and especially in basketball, it doesn't happen too often where teams win back-to-back years. And, it's been a fun ride. It's been everything you can imagine as a coach. The seasons fly by. You just reflect and you're like, oh my gosh, seems like 3 years ago we were playing Oshkosh at Oshkosh, and then last year another Sweet 16 run. It's been, the gym's been packed every game, and this NCAA tournament's at home. It's just something that you wouldn't even think was possible a couple of years ago, and now it seems like that's what everyone expects. We're pretty established at how we want to play. A little up-tempo. What we do on defense will probably stay the same. Just expectations there to just, go out and compete every night. Like I tell the guys, there's a little different, winning back-to-back UAs, and when people come into our gym or we go somewhere, it's a big game for them now. Where back in the day, that might have been cases coming in, no one really was that fired up to play us. And now it seems like if they beat us, people are storming the court and, jumping all around after we beat them, and after they beat us if we do lose. And, I think the expectation is just to be competitive every game, keep working hard and getting to the point we need to get. And, not much has changed. Maybe a little bit different with maybe a bigger guy that we haven't had in a while. But, you see an up-tempo, shooting a lot of threes, having good players out there making plays, and hopefully not turning the ball over much. Sam and Umar, they both have been very good players for us. Let's start first with Sam. Sam's worked his butt off this summer and, is in probably the best shape he's ever been in, and he's been incredible in the preseason and incredible in our first scrimmage, and, we're really counting on him. He's turned into a really good leader. He pushes guys in practice. If you look down at our gym on a daily basis, he's working guys out. He's forcing guys, to be better players. I'm really expecting a lot. It's funny, in our first scrimmage, Sam's never started a game here. So, he's been a really good player for us, and he's always come off the bench. So we're in the huddle getting ready to go. He's coach, and he looked at me and said, "Coach, you gonna let me start?" And I said, "Yeah, Sam, you're actually starting." So he was pretty, that's just a relationship him and I have a little bit too. And Umar worked hard this summer. He's, expected to have a very, very good year for us. Last year had some nagging injuries early in the year that I think, put him a little bit, on a path that where maybe they haven't greatest scoring year as he did the year before, but, he impacts the game in so many ways. I think every year he's the defensive player of the year in our conference with the ability to block shots. He has the ability to switch on guys, use his length. He's a great rebounder. So, they're both going to be counted on for increased roles. Ron's going to be counted on, as a bench guy. He has a unique ability that he doesn't mess up. Like, if you tell him what to do, he's going to do it. He came in last year for Brandeis and sparked us on a big run to, where he had a bucket and a steal late in the first half that got us back to, take the lead and, hit a three in the second half. He's going to be counted on to, be a really reliable bench guy. Aaron Rucker has worked hard. We're going to try to give, Ruck some early looks in the year to see if he can help us. He's a big body, really good defender. Our junior class, our sophomores, Charlie Fox probably, we're hoping he can be our backup point guard, maybe to get in there and give us some good minutes. He's worked to get himself in that position. Caleb Chapman, another guard that, is fighting for some opportunities out there. Dre Fox, Dre's a really good shooter. We're looking to see if he can come in off the bench and give us a spark. Andrew missed all last year. Andrew came as a transfer. He had a back injury. Andrew's going to be either a starter or one of our first guys off the bench. He's a big dude. He's really in great shape. He runs the floor hard. We're going to need him to rebound, play some defense, and score around the rim. We were able to land another solid class of grad guys. Nick Chiavello, he's going to be a really nice player for us. He played at Wheaton College. He's a really hard worker. He plays extremely hard. He's going to be a very good two-way player for us, ability to score and play defense. Wade came to us from a Division II school. Wade's a really nice point guard, has the ability to score, pass the ball. He's going to be counted on a lot to have the ball in his hands, make plays for us like the guys we've got in the past here. Andy Barber is an excellent shooter. He can really score the basketball. He's we're going to need him to rebound and he'll be able to play a little bit of defense, but Andy's has the ability to score 30 in any given game. And then Christian does it all. Christian plays defense, really good slasher, really good teammate, makes up for a lot of things on defense when guys get beat. He's going to be counted on probably to be our best defender on our team. They'll be challenged in practice every day. Our freshmen, we have a couple good guys that are, they're going to have to, learn a little bit, learn what college basketball is about. We've had good freshmen that, haven't played much as sophomores, helped us out a lot. Two that stand out, Matt Ellis and Nolan Dembski, they've been working hard. They're trying to get themselves on there. We had a scrimmage and both of them were able to play in the scrimmage a little bit. Matt's a very shifty, quick guard that came from St. Ignatius, won a state title. It's here in Cleveland. He's a really nice player, and Nolan's a tough, physical guy that can play defense and help us a little bit. So those guys would be, if not, great roles this year that we'll be counting on in the future to be really good players for us. But they're pushing themselves to get on the floor every day, and they're working hard to get there. Luckily, we have scrimmages. We're trying to work through it right now, get guys used to playing with each other. It's all new. We're pretty simple though. It's a pretty basic what we do, and be in great shape, get up and down, make open shots. So it's been, it's a work in progress. I think every year it is. If you look, last year we returned 4 guys that played. The year before we returned 3 guys that played. So it's been a little bit of a work in progress the last couple years of winning games early. We've had some games where we pulled out, maybe that we shouldn't have won early, and then it seems we got a little bit of a roll once we get used to playing with each other, and that's what the goal is this year, just to get out there and win the early ones no matter what happens, and then they guys get a little bit more confident playing with each other. But it's definitely a work in progress. It's guys are getting used to how we play. We have guys from other programs that maybe did different stuff on ball screens or maybe did different stuff on offense, and it's trying to get them together and trying to understand that, hey, this is all going to end up working, and that we need to work like this to get to where we need to be. That's the key, is as long as we can stay healthy, our main guys have to stay healthy. We've had some injuries in the past that maybe that we've been overcome, and that's the goal, is to stay healthy and get along, make sure everyone's good teammates to each other, because we have talented players. It's just a matter of, can everyone get along? Can we move the ball enough? Have enjoyment playing with each other, and honestly, the main thing is staying healthy. That's going to be the key. I think that's the key to every season. If you're going to have a great year, is your good players have to stay healthy. The guys that are counted on to play 30 minutes, 35 minutes have to be able to play 35 minutes. And, if you can do that, then you're usually going to have a pretty good year.